Namaste. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 17 of our 45-day journey. This is the series on lasting longer. Let's get started, but before we do that, just a little reminder. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified of tomorrow's video. And if you like this video, hit that like button. It helps us to be able to push this video out to more people so we may help more people. So be sure to do that. And with that, let's get started here today. Get into a comfortable position. This following sequence has 2 acupressure points and then an asana at the very end. So you'll want to find a comfortable place that you can be seated in. I'm not using a mat or a towel, but feel free to do this. And actually the first 2 acupressure points you can do anywhere, even at your desk or standing up in the kitchen. But there is an asana at the very end that you'll need to get into a comfortable seated position for. So the first 2 points is very stimulating. So ladies, if you're pregnant, I want you to pick any other acupressure points or any of the asanas we have shared so far and do that instead of the first 2 points that are acupressure in this sequence. Now the first point is a very stimulating point and it's a great wellness point. What I want you to do as I'm doing this for illustration purposes is I'm putting the hand in a perpendicular position, but I want you to go ahead and massage the sun side, the darker side, the side that hits the sun, that aspect from the elbow all the way to the fingertips. And you can do it on either arm and you can alternate. I'm right hand dominated, so we're gonna go ahead and do it on the left, so that I can do this using my right hand. So we're gonna follow along for the next 2 minutes. Now there's an asana that I have shared a little while ago in the sequence, and that is to contract the pelvic floor for 3 seconds, to lift the pelvic floor for 3 seconds, and then to rest and release. I want you to continue to do that asana while you're doing the acupressure because it creates a powerful coupling effect where it is bringing quite a bit of blood flow to the pelvic floor. And as we've talked time and time again, as you're bringing blood flow to the pelvic floor, you're going to tone the pelvic floor. And as you're going to tone the pelvic floor, you're going to have more stamina, strength, and control over the pelvic floor, which will help both men and women to last longer. So that is my goal in doing that. So go ahead and do that asana, contract for 3 seconds, lift for 3 seconds, rest and release for 3 seconds, along with this acupressure point as we're doing this acupressure point for the next 2 minutes. And one other little thing you can do as you're doing this is imagine blood going from the very top of the vertex of your head through the spine all the way to the pelvic floor. Well, you'll have triple the effect between the acupressure, the asana, and then the visualization and connection from the top of your body all the way down to the bottom of your body. If you do that, it'll give you great strength and tone to the pelvic floor. So I want you to continue to do all 3 together, the acupressure, the asana, and the visualization. Now, the next acupressure point, which we'll do for 2 minutes also, is I want you to create a loose fist between both the hands and then the medial aspect of the hand, the area between the index finger and the thumb. I want you to match it on the other side of the hand. So we're going to put our fists together and we're going to go ahead and rub in this fashion. And what this also does, similar to the previous point, is it does an excellent job of bringing blood flow to the pelvic floor. And these are great wellness points. Gosh, I've seen over my clinical career, these points work well for all sorts of digestive issues, such as constipation, diarrhea, nausea. It can even help with sinus headaches as well as headaches in general. It can help with toothaches and so forth. Now, if you have a goal of lasting longer, I want you to consider that the body is very dynamic. As certain areas are able to be helped, then it has more resources to help with more areas that have to do with pleasure, right? So the body is doing its best to repair itself, and it's going to balance out in all ways so that you can have more resources that can help you along the way. Now, this acupressure point you can also do in this fashion. You can also just simply massage by rubbing the area between the index finger and the thumb in this manner. And you can also do in this manner as well. Now remember, as you're doing this acupressure, I want you to contract the pelvic floor for 3 seconds, lift the pelvic floor for 3 seconds, as well as rest and release for 3 seconds. And again, as you're doing this, then I want you to also visualize from the top of your head all the way through the spine to the pelvic floor. I want you to visualize the blood flow. And I can actually feel the blood pooling in my pelvic floor as I'm doing this. I definitely feel the connection. I'm wondering if all of you can also feel the connection as well. Now, one other concept we've been talking a lot is diet therapy to help you, foods that can help you in lasting longer. I've introduced so many different foods. In the last sequence, I introduced to you pumpkin seeds, and I asked that you consider incorporating 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds into your diet daily. Well, you can incorporate black sesame seeds too. If you want, you can mix and match these 2 together in a small container and have 2 tablespoons daily. Raw is better, but you can put a little bit of masala powder or a little bit of garlic salt and eat them as a snack. It's a great snack that can help you in lasting longer as well. The final part of this sequence is actually in a seated position. So get into a comfortable place. You can do this inside, outside. You can do it by yourself or with your partner. I'm not using a towel or a mat, but feel free to do that for your comfort. And I'm actually going to talk you through this in this position, and then I'm going to position myself in a lateral view so that you can make eye connection with me and I can walk you through the final parts of this sequence. So go ahead and get into a comfortable position, and then I want you to cross your legs together, whatever's to your comfort. I don't want you to injure yourself or get uncomfortable, but just go ahead and cross your legs together in a fashion that allows you to be seated comfortably. And then I just want you to simply lay backward. And I want you to hold that asana for the next 2 minutes, and then I'll walk you through some other considerations. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and go into a lateral view, and I'm going to go ahead and again, seated position. I'm going to cross my legs together so my feet hit my knees, and then I'm just gently going to lay backward, and I'm going to put my hands above my head. And I can actually feel the stretch in my pelvic floor as well as my lower abdomen. As you're doing this, just like we talked about, feel free to, from the very top of your head, the vertex, imagine blood flow going from the very top of your head all the way down your spine, all the way down to your lower abdomen and pelvic floor. And that creates a beautiful circuit that not only pulls blood to the pelvic floor, but helps to tone the pelvic floor so you have greater strength, stamina, and control. But it also allows the blood flow through the spine to relax the spine so that the muscles and organs that are innervated by the spine can work more optimally to helping you. As the body works more efficiently, optimally, and it helps repair itself, you've got more available resources to help you along the way in lasting longer or doing anything that can help you have a little bit more pleasure in the bedroom. A couple of other considerations is to always get checked out by your doctor. It's really important to me. These are in addition, not in lieu of seeing your doctor. So please go see your doctor, work with him or her. And also, if you can go to the description in the below the YouTube video, you'll see my email. Feel free to email me. I'll give you the full course materials for free, and that way you can get the full effect. Now, as I've said before, acupressure, acupuncture, as well as the asanas, these are therapies that can help, and we have to train the body. We have to bring the blood flow to the pelvic floor, tone the pelvic floor, and so forth. So I want you to consider doing this sequence 2 more times before I meet up with you tomorrow. Now, if you, for whatever reason, don't like this sequence, no problem. You can pick any other sequence in this series. There's plenty of choices at this point. I want you to do the asanas and acupressure in any other sequence, and I want you to do it 2 more times till we meet up again. And with that, you'll be in a very good position for the next day. Thank you so much for joining me on this series, and I wish you all the best, and I'll look forward to meeting up with you tomorrow.